Cool. Okay, Mark, I'm glad you're here once again, my friend. And by the way, we just want to say thank you for all the support you guys have shown this channel. And I want to make something clear. Don't ever feel pressured. No pressured. The things you do primarily is, when I talk about support, don't think about money. A thumbs up, sharing the content, comment below, or like the greatest support you can give me. To me, that means a lot more than finances. And for those of you who could pray, just pray for this channel as well. For those of you who don't pray, just your presence means the world to me. So let's move on with that. Okay, so let's get into our discussion here, man. Okay, we have Aaron Lewis right now. Hey, good morning, Sarah. It's good to have you. Welcome back. Okay, we have Aaron Lewis right now. Okay, am I the only one? Let me turn down my music so I can hear his music. I'm ready to get to the heart of this message, guys. Are you ready? Without further ado, let's get into the heart of the message.
Am I the only one here tonight, shaking my head and thinking something ain't right? Is it just me? Am I losing my mind? Am I standing on the edge of the end of time? Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not. Who thinks of taking all the good we got and turning it bad? Hell, I'll be damned. I think I'm turning into my old man. Am I the only one willing to bleed or take a bullet for being free? Screaming what the hell at my TV for telling me, yeah, you're telling me that I'm the only one.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. There's so much heart in this song. Wow. Who is Aaron Lewis? Now I gotta go do some homework. This brother. Woof. And I'm not even a person who listens to country music in that sense. Not like that, like to the point where I enjoy it, but I do love the content. But man, we talk about the simplicity of the song. Okay, coupled with the guitar and the voice. It's more than just voices for me. Message, heart, emotion, substance, and the nature of what he's doing. These are the things that communicates to me and that appeals to me. And I'm getting goosebumps all over the place right now because whenever that happens, that means the artist has done a good job. It's just, yeah, man. Wow. That is so impressive. I don't know what took me so long to get to this song. That is absolutely beautiful. This is the kind of stuff that ministers to your heart. When was this released? October 1st, 2021. Wow. So timely, though. So timely. I look at the time when, I'm not sure if this was released exactly on that date, but at least it made on YouTube on that date, which tells me then it really played a role ministering to many people's hearts. Anyway, let's go back and dive into that stuff.
Yeah, you're telling me that I'm the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue, burning on the ground. Another statue coming down in a town near you, watching the threads of old glory come undone. Am I the only one not brainwashed?
Am I the only one not brainwashed? Okay, Aaron Lewis, I just wanna affirm and confirm and validate the content of your message right here by telling you you're not the only one, brother. Praise God. You don't have to be discouraged. You're not the only one. All over the place. Some of us still got our You know, we haven't lost our marbles. Some of us are still, this brain is still working for some reason, but some of us have not lost it. We still believe there was some shady stuff going on behind the scene. Yeah, we're not all brainwashed, brother. I'm so glad to know an artist like that has the ability to put this in words. This actually ministers to my heart right now, and I'm not even done with the song. I could already tell this is very powerful. This has touched so many people's lives. Let me go to the comments. You guys were saying something. Let me be quiet because I'm getting a little bit too excited here. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Yeah, man. You telling me? Okay, Sue Rib. Can I publicly acknowledge you by saying thank you for this? This is beautiful. I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to this. Oh my goodness. Somebody recommended this in the past too. About a month ago, I was like, yeah, I'll put it on the playlist. And sometime when you make the playlist, I have like so many recommendations. It's almost like 200 songs that I have to yet get to. So when you put your recommendation down there, sometime I wake up and say, I take a number from the playlist. Or sometimes it's just like, if you ask for it more than once, that's what makes it to the top. And sometimes it's just like, I just go into chronological order and grab something. So I'm telling you, I want to say, if there's a song you want me to react to, you want me to hear and give you my perspective on it, don't ask me more than once. Ask me more than like 2 or 3 times. And also, don't just put in a comment. Send me an email if you really think something I need to get to. Because when you send me an email, 9 times out of 10, I will react to it. And most of the songs that I react to come from emails, and they're also recommended through my Discord. I have a Discord account. If you go in that link and you become part of that, if you put this stuff on Discord, on email, your chances of me getting to it is so much higher. And also, when you put it in a comment, it's like 200, 300 comments to go through before I get to your comments. It could be difficult sometimes. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours just to go through one of my video, reading the comments and responding. It's a lot. So I get lost all the time. So I just want to make sure you guys know I'm not ignoring your request. It's just difficult to get to. Emailing me is the best way to go. So let's go back to our chat room here. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, you're not that late. You're not that late, Christina Lee. You're not that late. We only started just about 16 minutes ago. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the song. This is absolutely beautiful.
Am I the only one not brainwashed? Making my way through the land of the lost, who sees it as it is and worries about his kids as they try to undo all the things he did. Am I the only one who can't take no more screaming? If you don't like it, there's a freaking door.
Amen. Now, you remember what Tom McDonald said in his song? That what was the last song my wife and I we reacted to by Tom McDonald? And the idea is America, right? And the point is, hey, if you don't like it here, I'm gonna help you pack your bag, you know. And I tell people, listen, I was born and raised in Haiti. Okay, the first 14 years of my life, I was in Haiti. I came to the United States at the age of 16. I'm 36 years old right now. I'm just telling you the truth. So the thing is, when you know what suffering is, what pain is, what injustice is from other countries, when you come here, you like, it's like a little piece of heaven. Now, is it really heaven? No, there are issues here. But I'll tell you something. I would not want to be anywhere else. I am not one of those guys who are going to burn the flag, who is going to actually, I know better, okay? But what's weird is when you come here, you're seeing Americans not understanding the value of America. I was like, yo, are these people crazy? Like, I know things are not perfect here. I know there's vestiges of racism here. I know there's corruption in the government. I know there's a lot of dark and crazy and creepy stuff. I know that. But don't you look at the goods that are here as well? Are you gonna burn down the building because of a few bad oranges? You're gonna throw away the baby with the bathwater? What is wrong with you, brother? And I'm like thinking to myself, come on, man. You know how many Haitians, how many Jamaicans, how many Africans, how many people from India will love to trade places with you? You don't like it? Pack your bag. Aaron Lewis, hey man, there's a door. You don't like it? Just leave, brother. Just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Let me know how much happier you will be, and let me know how long you last. Because what you're gonna find out, the stuff you hate over here is, to a large degree, 10 to 20 times worse somewhere else. You think the grass is greener on the other side? What is wrong with you? And anyway, let me stop preaching here. Let me go back to the song. Sorry, guys.
This ain't the freedom we've been fighting for. It was something more. Yeah, it was something more. Am I the only one willing to fight for my love of the red and white and the blue? Burning on the ground, another statue coming down in the town me. Watching the threads of old glory come undone.
Wow, look at those. Oh, listen to these words, boy. I don't know. I'm just trying to wipe away goosebumps here. They are jumping all over the place. Chills are just running through my veins in my body. Listen to what he said. I don't want to run through that, right? Am I the only one who is willing to fight for the blue? He went on to add, watching the thread of glory, of old glory come down. And then he spoke about the statues being taken down. This is so amazing. I always don't understand the nature of these people who are saying they're taking statue down. To me, it's like, wait a minute, let me see. You trying to change a situation, but you go after some inanimate object and you tear it apart, while this inanimate object has a historical connection with the constitution of the very nation of which you're trying to change. What change have you made by tearing down statues of individuals that you deem to be racist, or may have been racist, or may have done some things that were wrong in the light of racism, possibly? But do you realize what you're doing over time? The thing is, we don't change our situation by tearing down history. What we do, we go to history and we learn from it, and we try not to make the same mistakes as they've done, and the things that they have done that is positive, we cherish. That's how it's supposed to be. So by tearing down and burning the flag and doing all this crazy stuff, you're not helping America. You're destroying it from within. Because what you're doing here, it's like you have an old shirt and you pulling the fabric, and then before you know it, you don't have a shirt left because the fabric has been pulled. So what's been going on is these movements, whether they understand it or not, whether they are politically motivated or whether they are misled or deceived or just altogether not knowing what they're doing. They may think they're fixing things, but in all actuality, they're destroying. And I think the enemies of America love to watch us destroy America. Love to watch American acting crazy. And sometimes I'm wondering, are these people reasoning from cause to effect? Do they realize what they're doing? I'm not saying everything in our history is beautiful. We have some dirty stuff. And I have to look back and say, no, they should have never been. But I don't go and burn down statues and burn down historical books and tear down in order to fix it. That's not how you fix problems, okay? You learn from it. You speak, you have dialogues, okay? You sit down and you think on what has happened, and you have these healthy conversation that will bring about change. You pray, okay? These are ways you fix matters. But what I see these guys are doing, I think they are demonically motivated. They are demonically possessed, if you were to ask me. So I do understand the nature of what Aaron Lewis is saying here. Okay, let me read your comments. Okay. Sue, Reb, you said, in the word of a cow, ship them to the Middle East and let them learn oppression. That's right. That's right. That's what they need to do. Just like, Adam Cahoon said in God We Trust. That's exactly right. Okay, Christina Lee, you said our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I will help you pack your bag. I love that. That's Tom McDonald's for you all day, every day. I love the way you put that. I was trying to put the words together. It wasn't really coming up, so thank you for doing this. All right, Mark, you said, I think a lot of immigrants love America more than a lot of people born here, and that's amazing to me because Tom McDonald wasn't even born here, but he has his flag. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you ain't gonna take my flag from me. I got my flag up there too. Anyway, listen, man, I love this country. I don't love everything about our country, but I love it. If you think I'm gonna burn down my flag and tear down statues and destroy our history books and start teaching our children critical race theory and confuse them about the history of our nation and make them to hate this country, you're crazy. I'm not no Nazi. I'm not some Marxist propaganda, politically driven nut. We don't do that. And I'm so glad for governors like, Ron DeSantis, who is not putting up with this mess. Like Ron Paul and many others, they are like, no, stop teaching our children to hate this country. Because that's how you destroy the country. And I've always heard a concept, right? And it's kind of like, if you cannot overcome them from without, you infiltrate them from within. And the idea is, the enemies of America cannot destroy America with guns and bullets and all that, right? They know that. So what I think they have decided to do, they have decided to infiltrate America. It's more like a psychological warfare. What they have done is get Americans to hate America. And what's weird about it, the first place they began in this process, and I've done some real deep studies about this, they went through the educational system and they start changing our books. They start changing our history and start making us feel like being here is such a bad thing. There's so much problems here. It's almost like and that's exactly what they want, is they're changing the mindset. And you really need to dig deep into the dark ages and see how things have been done in the past, and look at how the Communist Party worked as well. Then you can understand the spirit that is motivating many of those people from within this country to go against it. They don't realize how they are motivated so much by evil tendencies, and it's a shame that it's happening. Here we are. It's a fight, man. We gotta fight. We have a fight to do. I'm realizing more and more that I need to fight for what we got going on here. And if we don't fight, what about our children? What about our future? What about our next generation, if there is gonna be one? If we stay quiet and watch it burn down, I'm hoping this channel will be one of the means through which that I'll raise my voice against the corruption. Anyway, Mark, we used to say, I might hate what you say, but I will defend to my death your right to say it. Yeah, that is actually a quotation from, I forgot who quoted that. It doesn't feel as true anymore. Yeah, that's a problem. That's not how things used to be, right? Now today is, I might not like what you say, you better keep your mouth shut. Renee says, if you don't learn from the past, you are doomed to repeat it. Yep. And that's exactly what it is. And the best way to confuse people, to make them make the same mistakes that they've done in the past, is to just take away their history. You take away somebody's history, they don't know where they're going. And the best way to know where you're headed is to learn from your past. Exactly, Pastor. Use those the objects to teach the history, both good and bad. You can learn from it. That's right. Simple as that. All right, let's go back to Aaron Lewis.
Another statue coming down and down me, watching the threads of old glory come undone. Not the only one. I can't be the only one. Am I the only one who quit singing along every time the play a Springsteen song.
Beautiful.
Am I the only one sitting here, still holding on, holding back my tears for the ones who paid with the lives they gave? God bless the USA. I'm not the only one willing to fight for my love, the red and white and the blue.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Whenever I stop, guys, it's because goosebumps are just all over my body, and I'm getting emotional. And I don't like to get emotional from camera. This is amazing. This is powerful. It's powerful. It's such a disgrace, though, when you have people that are saying, I'm an American. You know, when you understand the nature of what our soldiers went through, the suffering. You know, 13 soldiers were left behind in Afghanistan, going to fight a war that should have never been in the first place. You know, so many other things happening. The sacrifice and the bloodshed that took place in order to have the flag that we now cherish in this country. When people understand what level of sacrifice had been done, how many soldiers lost their lives, how many veterans, what they went through, and to sit there and burn the flag, tear down statues, as if like, it's like, do you know what people went through to get to the point where we are today? Do you know how many of our founding fathers had to fight for freedom of conscience, freedom of speech? They had to run away from that. The spirit of the Puritans, they made it to the shores, traveling from all these other countries where they were being oppressed, to find a country, a land that allowed peoples to worship according to the dictate of their mentality. Do you understand all of this? Like, have you really looked into all of that? The fabric of what makes America such a beautiful country? And then when you go about destroying, do you know what you're destroying? You're not just destroying America, you're destroying yourself. You're destroying your future. You're destroying it for your children. But you say you're fixing the problem. What problem are you fixing? What problem are you fixing? Using the wrong tool. And the problem is, it's okay to try to fix problems here and trying to figure out ways to become better as a country. But you don't go about tearing it apart. You don't use a demolition derby. You don't come here with a tractor trailer and run through the whole entire house and say you're trying to fix the door. Like, what's wrong with you? That is not how you fix things. That is not how you make this country better. And I think and I'm hoping that, you know, songs like this will help people to have a change of mind. You know, I didn't have to hear a song like that to appreciate what we have going on here. Just being born and raised in Haiti, that was good enough for me. Like, you're not gonna convince me, seeing what I saw, live where I lived. I'm like, you crazy? You wanna go down there and get kidnapped? You wanna go down there and they kill you at the airport? You wanna go down there? You really wanna go down there? You know? You know, my father was asking, James, why don't you go to Haiti and visit? I said, who am I going to visit? You here, my mom is here, my children's here. Like, who am I going to visit? Like, what am I going down there for? I'll send money. I'll send something to some family members. Going down there for what? To go on vacation? I can go on vacation over here. There are a lot of vacation places here. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm not going there because I already know there's so much corruption. But you are here. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, it's not the best of the best. It's not the cream of the crop. But I'll tell you something. If you had gone other places and see what's going on over there, you will come back here and say, thank you, Jesus. That's what you would do. Anyway, let me look at the comments here. What do we have going on? James Dasu, okay. Christina Pastor brought up the song. That's right. Okay. I agree. It's getting worse. It's scary, though. It is so scary, Christina. I don't know. I don't know what happened. And again, it goes back to our education system. I think the mental, illness and the psychological warfare and the change of mindset in this collective thinking thing, it started in our schools. It's hard to hear you over the music. Okay, good to hear. Let me turn that down. Okay. Let me. Okay. Is that better? Please confirm with me. This is better? I just turned the volume down some. I hope it is better now. Let me know if that's okay, guys. Yeah. It's a problem, man. And it says it's a bit loud. Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right. Is this much better, guys? Is the music not getting in the way? Is this still a problem? Let me know. I'm reading the comments here, so let me know before I go forward. All right, it's better to me. Okay, much better. Good to hear, because I can't really tell on my end, because it's really, really low on my end, but I don't know how. Great. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I keep it at this level for next time. All right, negative 55. Okay. So let's go back to Aaron Lewis. Aaron Lewis, I'm loving your content. You know, these soldiers, man, I'll tell you. I've had well over 11 years of experience working in nursing homes. Many of the people that I've worked with were ex-military, soldiers, people who have fought in certain wars. And when they're telling you the sacrifice that they had to go through to fight for the freedom that we now enjoy, how dare you bending the flag there? What's wrong with you? Anyway.
I'm not the only one.
No, you're not. You're not the only one.
I can't be the only one.
Beautiful song. Beautiful art. The sound is exceptionally amazing. The clarity of the sound, coupled with the guitar. This is an amazing artist. I need to know more about him. Wow. Aaron Lewis, you're awesome. You just blew my mind. Yeah, guys, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? You know, with a message like that, man, you can't act like you didn't hear it. I can't. This has touched my heart in a very special way. You know, before we move to our next point here, I want to show you something, guys. There was a person in the Bible. All right, his name is Elijah. The thing with Elijah, he thought that he was the only one who was faithful to God, right? And the issue that he had, the complaint is, you know what? I'm the only one left, and things like that, and they're seeking to take my life. And I like what God says. God says, I will leave 7,000 in Israel. Every knee has not been bowed to Baal, or every mouth has kissed him. But here's the point I want to say. The idea is simply this. It's really good to know that in the midst of a crazy world, I'm not the only one who feels the way I do. I'm so glad. And that's the heart of the message. I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. And sometimes when I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my surroundings and I'm like, wow, everybody's going with this. You know, even in churches, you know, sometimes I had those tough discussions and I'm like, yo, I'm not with this. I'm not going with this. This is wrong. They're like, nah, it's all right. Just, you know, I'm like, yo, I am not following. No, we're not closing the doors again. We're not going to mandate our members to take the vaccine. It's pure nonsense. We're not doing that. You know, like at one time we had to go live stream. We had to do everything online. as a result of the pressure, you know. But we came back to a point, and me and the leaders and everything, we decided, let's open up everything back up, you know, social distance, you know, and everything. We can take your temperature and give you a mask at the door, but we're gonna worship the Lord just as we were. You know, we worshiped him. It's been this way ever since. And things are toning down now by the grace of God. But what we've learned is that over time, what I had learned, I'm not the only one. Aaron Lewis, you're not the only one. And those of you who are watching, you are not the only one. You are not the only one. Hey, Adam M. Jackson, I'm fine. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, man. Hog in the house. Yep, all day, every day. And we certainly do have a reaction from Tom McDonald. So brace yourself. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, 5K is coming up soon, Mark. Yeah, it looks like we're on our way. We're on our way, man. Thank you for that song, Sue Rib. I think Renee also voted for that song by Aaron Lewis. That was an exceptional song. That blew my mind. But I want to affirm and confirm, you're not the only one. God has many people all over the place who are conscious-minded, you know, awakened enough, not wokesters, and not politically driven, not, you know, haters of America. No. We have some lovers. We have some people who understand facts from the fictions. We have some people who can balance things, you know. They don't justify the evil, but they know how to promote the good. There are people like that in the world who are saying, we're gonna love our country, we're gonna do things differently. And I'm so glad I had an opportunity to hear that song. It really ministered to my heart.